And we are now live. Good afternoon or good evening. Shabbat shalom. That's what I meant to say. Let's start over.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. It is
Shabbat
wonderful to
shalom.
see so many of your faces, to gather together for Shabbat, to be in our community as a community, even if we are in different places, to gather together with prayer and with song. We will begin with music to stir our souls, to lighten our lives. I'll turn to the cantor for our opening song. And we continue on page 344 with Lachun and Ranana.
I'm muted. There we go. So page 12, my page mistake, not 344. This is Psalm 95 with some English that won't be found in your prayer books. Litzur Yishenu, let us sing out to God, maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation from mountain to sea hear our song. Lechun iranina. Line to night, yai lai 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 lai, naria, yai lai 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 lai, itzu yishenu, yai lai 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 lai. For all of the wonder in all of God's light, we rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice. Lechun iranina, yai lai 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 lai, lamdu Naria, yai lai 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 lai, litzu yishenu, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai. And just a reminder, we're all muted, but please, only because technology has not advanced to the point where we can all sing together while unmuted without, as Rabbi Robinson says, sounding like we are going to summon a demon. So instead, I know that you are singing along. I invite you to sing along in your home. And I hope that the singing reaches me here down at the riverfront, but please sing along, even if you're muted. We can see you singing, and it just adds joy. Rabbi, sorry.
And it adds harmony because it's your voice in addition to or voices, depending on who you're with, adds to the cantor's voice. We are going to continue on page 2 and 3 as we kindle our Sabbath lights and celebrate the light that we hope Shabbat brings. May this Shabbat lighten our souls and bring light to our world, and may we all find enlightenment.
You reflected in my TV. Oh. So we light the candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu leharlik ner shel Shabbat.
And as we continue to welcome Shabbat into our worlds, into our lives, into our homes, into the sanctuary that we each build in our home as we pray together, and as we bring Shabbat into the sanctuary that we all create together here online in our community. Lecha Dodi is on page 20. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And I also forgot my talit, so thank you.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, v'shemu tiferet v'litilah, Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki mekor haberacha, merosh v'katem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Ki ba'orech kumi ori, uri Kivod Adonai alayich nigla lechadodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabelha lechadodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabelha. Boi v'shalom ateret bara, gam b'simcha uv'tohala, toch emuneh am segula, boi chala, lechadodi, likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela lechadodi likrat kala pnei Shabbat nekabela.
And for those of you already standing, we continue to stand. I invite everyone else, physically or spiritually, to rise as we continue with the Baruch Hu, which is on page 28.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Now, typically we all remain standing. I'm only sitting to grab my guitar. Just heads up. So this week we heard and received the hard announcement, the hard news that the URJ summer camps will not be meeting in person this summer. And especially on the first of the month, the first Shabbat of the month, when it's typically our more camp-inspired Shabbat service. I specifically wanted to make sure we did this version of Ma'ariv to honor all of our children and congregants that attend Jewish camp. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Oreyom v'layla, golei orim nebnei Choshev, golei בחושך מפני אור. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Olay b'layla, olay mibnei choshech, olay mibnei choshech, v'choshech mibnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day and day turns to night.
As we celebrate and offer thanks for the patterns of the universe, the patterns of our lives, the patterns that Judaism gives us, we notice that all things are connected. We notice that we are all connected to God, and we celebrate that one God with the Shema, which is on page 34 and 35.
Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Yailalai. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. Baruch Shem Kavod Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Va'ed. Yailalai, 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 Yailalai. Yailalai, Yailalai. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la la. You shall love with all of your heart, your soul, and with all of your might. You shall teach your children to hope, to love and to know what is right. Ya la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la. Ya la la, ya la la la. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la. Ya la la, ya la la la.
Please turn to what page is this? Page 39, and read with me. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים זה אלי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai.
And as we pray for peace through the evening, for safety for all we care about, we turn to page 42 for Haparei Sukkot Shalom, part of Hashkivenu.
Baruch atah Adonai, Haparei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Haparei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, Haparei Sukkot Shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
We turn to page 46 as we begin the Amidah, and I invite everyone physically or spiritually to please rise.
Adonai Sifatai Tiftahu Fi Tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imateinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Le'man Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Hozeh U'Moshiach U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Abraham Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechayecha Kol atah Rab Lehoshia, Morid atah, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayecha Kol Berachamim Rabim. Samech noflim v'rafeh cholim, u'matir asurim, u'mekayem emunato l'shenei afar, michamocha v'geburot, u'midam melach, melech memit u'mechayeh, U'matzliach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, b'chayei hakol. Atah kadosh, shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yihallelu selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
You may be seated.
My seat was just taken by a cat.
I mean, I didn't say who could take a seat, so the cat listened before you did. Cats tend to do that. When someone once asked me where my cat likes to sit, my answer was wherever I'm about to. We continue as we pray for so many things in our own lives and in our world. One of the main things we pray for is peace. And so we sing together Shalom Rav on page 60.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon Lecho hashalom, ki ato melech Adon, lecho hashalom, shalom rav Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam, shalom rav Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol eit uvechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael amcha Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam. Tasim le'olam.
And as we pray for peace in our world, we pray for peace in our lives, in the lives of so many who are suffering right now. Whether they're suffering the heartache of learning that they can't go to their happy place this summer, whether they suffer from illness or the illness of a loved one, whether they suffer from worrying about this mess that we're all in, we pray that they all find healing. We pray that they come to a healing of wholeness, or refuah shlema. Whether they suffer an illness of the body, of the mind, or of the spirit, we pray that they find the healing that they seek. If there's someone for whom you are praying on this Shabbat, I invite you to say the name out loud. If you'd like you can also write it in the chat if that would be meaningful to you, either on YouTube or here on Zoom. And we can all pray for their healing together. Misha Beirach is on page 253.
Misha Beirach Avotenu Mikol HaBracha Le'imotenu. May thy source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Mikol HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
And as we pray for all the people we named, as a community, we have also prayed for Steve Dorsman and for Gail Dallas for their healing at this time. And we turn now from the words of our mouths to the meditations of our hearts as we take a moment for our own conversation with the divine in the universe and pray silently.
lefanecha. Adonai, Suri, Adonai, Suri, Begoali, Begoali. Ratzon imrepi, imrepi, ve'yolibi lefanecha. Adonai, Turi, Adonai, Turi, Begoali, Begoali.
As this is our first Friday service, which is generally our Kabbalat Shabbat service, one of the things we do on the first Friday is that we offer birthday blessings, and this Shabbat is no different. So if you have a birthday in the month of May, which we just began, I want you to write in the chat that you have a birthday this month. You do not need to say what number it is. But I see Eileen Cohen raising her hand, so I'm going to guess that you have a birthday. It's your second birthday? You're holding two fingers up. So for anyone who has a birthday in May, it's not an easy time to have a birthday. The world is really weird right now. And yet, even in moments of challenge, we can have moments of great joy and moments of celebration. On the Jewish calendar, we're in the month of Iyar, which tradition tells us is a month that's connected to healing. And so I hope that your birthday and the celebration of it help you to find the healing that you seek and inspire you to bring healing to others and to know what a comforting presence you are and how much light that you bring to others. And during the month of May, we will celebrate the holiday of Shavuot, where we celebrate receiving the Torah. It's a holiday about enlightenment. So may you have the opportunity to learn many new things as you celebrate this new year of your life. May you teach many, many lessons to others through your knowledge and through your living. May you bring light to others and to yourself wherever you go. And may you have a joyous and happy birthday. Yom Huledet Sameach. May you live ad mea ve'esrim or ad mea ka'esrim. May you live to be at least 100 with the energy of a 20-year-old.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
And I highly recommend this evening, as you celebrate Shabbat and the sweetness of your birthday, have a piece of chocolate. Chocolate is a good thing to do to celebrate your birthday and the sweetness that you will have this year and in these coming months and years. And we now turn to our Torah service, and we have a wonderful opportunity. This Shabbat was going to be the weekend on which Elisa Costas celebrated becoming bat mitzvah. Elisa is one of our wonderful students. Appropriately, it's at this service that you're going to read Torah for us, because usually you're singing in the junior choir for these Kabbalat Shabbat services. And so it's natural that you're here. And you were the first child in our religious school whose name I learned. Good. That was supposed to make you smile. It was actually in Sue Paul's classroom when I was interviewing, before I even had this job. I came into your classroom and you said, "That's my name too." And I therefore knew your name from before I even came here. And it's my delight to invite you to read Torah and to give us that piece. The celebration, the full celebration of your becoming bat mitzvah will be in a few months. But on this Shabbat, we still get the opportunity to hear your Torah, to hear you chanting from the double Torah portion this week, Acharemot Kedoshim. Elisa is going to be doing the Torah blessings for us and chanting from Leviticus 16, 20 to 22. And thank you, Rabbi Robinson, for sharing your screen so that we can all see the text together. Now I'm going to unmute you, Elisa. There you go.
There you go. Okay, so should I just start?
Just start.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
V'chila mikaper et hakodesh ve'et ohel moed ve'et hamizbeach v'higriv et hasayir hachai v'samach aharon et shetei yadav al rosh hasayir hachai v'hitvada Avav et kol avonot b'nei Yisrael ve'et kol pishehem l'chol hatotam v'natan otam al rosh hasa'ir v'shilach v'yad ish iti hamidbara v'nasa hasa'ir alav et kol avonotam El Eretz Gezerah V'shilach et Hasa'ir Bamidbar.
Yasher Koach. Blessing after.
Yeah, find it.
Okay.
Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen.
Yasher Koach, that was beautiful, and it was wonderful. Lest you think that Elisa is alone, her entire family is in another room, including some of their cats, and it was actually wonderful from my perspective to be able to see their faces watching you and hearing you, because they're totally filling, even your sister. So your parents and your sister and several cats are there celebrating this moment with you. This moment where you have given us Torah and given us your beautiful voice, and you will continue to give us so many wonderful gifts that you have as we continue to celebrate you. And as when things go back to normal, we have a much bigger celebration where you will give us more Torah. And we turn to page 256.
Okay.
The cat also wanted to sing.
Clearly. Well, actually, we're not going to do Eitz Chaim Heat because we're not putting away a Torah. So we all rise.
Really good. That's a really good point.
Yeah. So we're going to all rise for Aleinu on page 200.
No, we're not.
Oh, my bad. Right.
Sorry. Just
Sit down.
kidding.
Sit
We
down,
just want to do
everyone.
the stretch. Calisthenics.
Sorry.
Sorry. All right. Sorry about that. I was looking at the cue sheet and not even thinking about what made sense of what we were doing. Moving my screen around so that I can see you all and see the story that I'm going to tell. Once upon a time, there was a family that lived on a farm with a large hill in the middle of the property. The parents got older and moved away and gave the farm to their children, giving one half of it to Sam, the other half to Jamie. The parents told Sam and Jamie that they should each find their own life, their own satisfaction and happiness on either side of the hill, and that each should care for half of the farm. And so they did. And as they got a little bit older, they both had wonderful lives. Sam lived alone, focusing time on the farm, on learning, and on friends. Jamie got married and had children, focusing time on the farm and on their growing family. And both Sam and Jamie were happy. Now, one night, Sam couldn't sleep. Tossing and turning, couldn't stop thinking about Jamie. How hard must it be for Jamie? With all of those people to take care of, Jamie must really be suffering with all those mouths to feed, and the house must feel so crowded. I have so much, Sam thought. I should give some of what I have to Jamie. I live here alone. I don't need my full crop. I know our parents split everything in half, but Jamie should have more because there are more people over there. I'm going to give Jamie a portion of my crop. It will be a wonderful surprise for the family to wake up to. And so, as the night grew darker, Sam went outside, put a bushel of produce in the wheelbarrow, wheeled it quietly up the hill and down the hill, and placed the produce in Jamie's barn, then went quickly home before anyone could see. Sam fell asleep pretty quickly after that, satisfied with having helped Jamie. Meanwhile, that same night, Jamie had gone to bed early, but woke up in the middle of the night. And then the thoughts started, as they tend to in the middle of the night. Jamie couldn't stop thinking about Sam and how all alone Sam couldn't possibly get done all the harvesting that was needed. Sam must be so lonely, all alone on the other side of the hill. Jamie realized what needed to be done. Sam should have more of the harvest, so Jamie was going to share it. So Jamie snuck out of the house, loaded a bushel of produce into the wheelbarrow, rolled it up the hill and down the hill, and placed it in Sam's barn. And then went quickly home, crept back in so that no one could see or hear. After that, Jamie fell back to sleep, satisfied with having helped Sam. The next morning, both Sam and Jamie were surprised to see that all of the produce that had been there at the start of the night was still there. How could this have happened? Maybe I dreamt the whole thing? Maybe I had more to start with than I thought I did before I went to bed? Well, I should still help out, maybe tonight. During the day, neither Sam nor Jamie really thought much about it. And then night came. Again, Sam couldn't fall asleep, thought of wanting to help Jamie, so repeated the actions of the night before. Jamie again woke up in the middle of the night and did the same. Again, when they woke in the morning, it was as if they still had everything. And this happened night after night after night. And then one night, Sam went to bed a little bit later and started for Jamie's barn a little bit later than usual. And Jamie woke up in the middle of the night a little bit earlier and started for Sam's barn a little bit earlier. Sam went up one side of the hill with a wheelbarrow full of produce. Jamie went up the other side of the hill with a wheelbarrow full of produce. And as they both reached the crest of the hill and saw each other, both realized what had been going on night after night. And they smiled and they embraced. And that spot became a sacred spot, a place of holiness and love and connection, a place where God's presence could always be felt, because it was there that the two siblings had reached out to help each other and showed true love for each other. And because both Sam and Jamie learned that even though someone else is in a different situation from our own, it isn't necessarily better and it isn't necessarily worse. But when we reach out to help, when we think about our challenges, when we think about the challenges that others might be having, when we have compassion and empathy for them, we too can create sacred moments and holy places wherever we go. Ken Yihiratson, may this be God's will, may this be the will of us all. And now we turn to Elenu on page 282.
Ken Yihiratson. She does not want to get off my lap.
Cats.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gur aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Even as we pray for and think of the world that we can all build that is better, we also think of our past and we think of those people who helped make us who we are. We think of those who helped build the world for us and whom we honor their memories. If you are in a period of mourning, if you're remembering someone, if it is the yahrzeit of someone, or if it is your custom to rise for the mourner's Kaddish, I invite you to rise. And I invite everyone to join with me on page 294 as we recite the ancient words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yeruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyamechon uv'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemed kudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, v'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. On this Shabbat, as a community, we remember Geta Chaikin, Lillian Fleischer, Flora Fishgold, Marge Maroff, Seymour Jacob Gould, Herman Dechter, Hyman Elias, Rose Fleischer, Samuel L. Gerson, Esther Goldberg, Louis Goodhart, Lawrence P. Jacobs, Bella Rose Carroll, Shirley Middleman, Lori Schenker Pollock, Quentin F. Potter, Goldie Russikow, John Richard Zimmerman. And we send condolences and warm wishes to Barbara Gould and Jeffrey Watershed and their family on the death of Barbie's father, Seymour Jacob Gould. Zichronam livracha, may the memories of them all be for blessing. May all who suffer from mourning, from grief, find comfort. And let us all say, amen. Our closing song is Gesher Tzar Me'od. Indeed, the world is a very narrow bridge. Sometimes it feels truly, truly narrow. And the important thing is to not make ourselves overly afraid of it and to keep moving forward and to keep knowing that there is another side of the bridge. We're on page 339.
Ko ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. Ko ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. kla ve'ha'ikar lo lefachet kla ve'ha'ikar lo lefachet kla ve'ha'ikar lo lefachet kla. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Yasher koach again to Elisa, and mazel tov to her and her family for getting to this point and learning so wonderfully and leading us in Torah so beautifully. And thank you to all for being here and helping us to celebrate Shabbat as a community. Please join us tomorrow morning at 9:30 for Torah study right here on Zoom. And thank you to Rabbi Robinson for doing the backstage portion of this service. We take turns. One of us leads, one of us does the stuff you can't see. So thank you, Rabbi Robinson, for helping us make this Shabbat. And in a moment, we're going to unsilence everyone so we can have some